I think we should better facilitate a more comprehensive understanding on the part of the Hong Kong people, and by extension, the international community, and that would include the international business community in Hong Kong, of firstly the background of this required legislation. Article 23 starts with the words as follows: the Hong Kong SAR shall enact on its own. Now, shall means you have to do it. It's a mandate. It's simple English grammar, Hong Kong SAR, third party singular, but the word is not will, the word is shall. So we have to do it. We have not been able to do it because of political obstacles, etc. Until now. Now the conditions are here for us to do it. That's the background. Another important part to this background is that when we were drafting the Basic Law, and at that time I was Secretary General of the Basic Law Consultative Committee between 1988 and 1990, there was this view that while other certain national laws, such as the nationality law of the country, should be applicable to Hong Kong, and therefore the short list of such applicable national laws are listed in Annex 3 to the Basic Law. The national law regarding the protection of national security, etc., should not be applied to Hong Kong, and Hong Kong should make its own law. Now, that was accepted as a concession by the Basic Law Drafting Committee, and therefore, instead of applying the mainland's national law regarding the protection of national security in Hong Kong to Hong Kong under the Basic Law says the Hong Kong SAR shall enact on its law, on its own. So that's the important background. I think we should also facilitate a better understanding amongst the Hong Kong people and also the international community by comparing what we're proposing in the Article 23 legislation to similar legislations in other countries that are already in force. The United Kingdom, for example, has its own national security law. Singapore has its Internal Security Act. And Singapore last year enacted a new law, and it's called Foreign Interference Countermeasures Act. And it is up to the Interior Ministry to declare whether you are such a person who is susceptible to foreign interference. You are not taken to court. In Hong Kong, all the provisions in the Article 23 legislation will be adjudicated by a judge in our independent judiciary. So my view is, please compare what's in the draft Article 23 legislation, and secondly, who will administer this law? Is it a political person or is it a judicial person? So both questions, what and who, are significant questions for us to make comparisons on. I don't think anyone who actually make a detailed comparison of our law on the one hand and other laws in other jurisdictions on the other hand would actually come to a conclusion that the law that we are enacting in Hong Kong restrict the legitimate freedoms of Hong Kong people.